being a psychological thriller, I'm travelling them down a number of paths that they could be some red herrings in the story, and it's up to the audience to work out what goes where. But I think they'll walk away from this film thinking, or conjecturing, or talking about the ending, and some people will have one slant on, other people say, well, look, no, that's not really what happened, and I think that's great. Marco?
31A2.
Set. Action. I want to go in to a tight shot.
Beth is another extreme. She's the study of her psychology in this film and the depths of trauma that she goes through in it really attracted me to the challenge of playing that. The film can be interpreted in many ways, and one of them is as a series of dreams, and what is the dream and what is reality. As Beth, and with the trauma that she goes through for the whole film, which obviously as an actress I've had to do for the last several weeks, I think my favourite line is probably, well, if this is a dream, then why can't I wake up? It's guilt, which is Beth's main problem, and the way that she deals with that, and I think most people can relate to that in some way. And essentially she's searching for love to try and heal those wounds, which we've probably all done at various times.
Everybody else is trying to.
I love thrillers. I love psychological thrillers, and it seemed to me an old-fashioned psychological thriller, and I love the twist at the end. I thought it was an interesting concept. I think everyone loves a good old-fashioned thriller. I think so, you know, and yeah, a psychological thriller. Basically it's just about the characters and the drama between them. So there's no special effects. There's no cars smashing into walls or anything like that. It's just it's human beings, and the way they relate to each other, and I think people like that. I do.
Slow it down a bit and do your line there about, if you haven't had enough, and then, rather than walking out of shot, I'd rather get you...
What attracted me to the script was when I first read it, I couldn't stop reading it, and I thought, what's going to be the result at the end? You know, quite often you read a script and about 20 pages and you go, oh, okay, I know what's going to happen. And I think the surprising thing about this script is you're not sure, and you're not sure all the things that happen and the convolutions of the script, and they surprise you. So I read it straight through in one hit, and I was really surprised at the end. Oh, right, okay, when we get to the end, you get that big shock. It's a little bit like a maze, this film, and you go through the maze wondering what's around the next corner, and it is quite surprising, and I don't think anybody will be able to predict what's actually going on. So I guess it's that Hitchcock thing of, what's going to happen next, which is quite surprising and startling.
Just a couple more and then we're ready. Exactly.
What's up? Yeah. Okay, you're right. Let's have a look through.
There's not so much gun and whiz bang, boom boom, smashing. Bit of sex, but it's more implied, and any of the violence is too. But it's a bit of a mental game, This was a stage play once before, and if you can work that up to a believable level, then I think there's a lot of subplots. It's getting hard to, because a lot of this is seen through the eyes of Beth, Kim's character. It's hard to tell how we know these people, because there's a bit of there's a bit of innuendo going on between my character, having more of a peer in the couple. My peer would be Helen, played by Roxane Wilson, and there's a bit of a sexual thing going on there, and also that's half in Kim's head, her character Beth. And I'm more of a country boy at heart, and so is Mark, and it's something that draws us toward it's hard to tell. We have a lot in common, but we don't know exactly, and I can't let go of something I'm trying to avoid here. Favourite line in the script? Pray it's not too late.
Right, here we go. Guys, let's have a walk through some mechanics.
Step into it again.
Yep, step into it again.
Just run it out to, say with that guy with the black...
I was attracted to the chance to play a character that is very unlike anything I've ever played before, who's basically sinister. And I've always played characters that were very sort of vulnerable and kind of nice people. So the chance to play somebody who was also not just sinister but powerful, who was attempting to control the course of events. She's a character that I think is obsessed with her past and in almost a psychotic way. That's the way I've justified her behaviour. She constantly says things to people that are just blatantly rude and vicious. I think audiences will like the fact that the story is so ambiguous. I think it has a really strong thriller aspect, that you don't know actually whose mind you're inside, and I think that's intriguing. So I think they'll be fascinated by that.
But I'd like to hold it sort of mid-shots. It's drama, it's real drama, you know, it's what drives human beings. There's aspects of the story that will touch everybody. These are real people finding themselves in extraordinary situations.